Welcome each and everybody to Bhagavad Gita section. Today we are going to discuss the chapter 15, Purushottama Yoga. Up till now we have discussed up to 15.5 sloka number, and today we are going to complete this chapter. There are more 5 slokas, and in this 5 slokas, the 5.16, 17, 18 are also called Trisloki Bhagavad Gita. Means this is the why they are called Trisloki means all the essence of Vedanta is given here. All lessons of Vedanta is given here. So the Vedanta Sara is given. So what is Vedanta Sara? To know Krishna. What is that Vedanta Krut? Ahameta Veda. So after reading many scriptures also to know whom we have to know Krishna only. So last class we have seen how Krishna is the maintainer. We are going to appreciate Krishna's position as the maintainer of all the 3 worlds. The 3 worlds, the downer planetary systems, up and planetary systems, and this Bhumandala. 3 worlds, everything is arranged by Krishna. The sun is arranged by Krishna for the growing of different crops, and the moon is arranged by Krishna for giving different juices to the vegetables, everything. And also the fire is given by Krishna for cooking, and our body is maintained by Krishna because the fire, the food what we are eating also it is digested in our stomach. So the digestive fire is called Vivashwan. So by this digestive fire only what we have eaten, it is converted into blood and other thing. So the digestive fire in our stomach is also Krishna. So everything is done by Krishna. We are not doing anything, but we are why we came here as a living entity, because we have not accepted, we have disobeyed Lord Krishna, and we wanted to make to lord over the things, and we wanted to enjoy just like Krishna, so we were thrown in this jail. So in this way we came here, and we are here leading our lives in the cycle of in the life cycle of birth and death. So like that ours is going. So but we whatever the things we are going to do, whichever the remembrance, whichever the forgetfulness, everything is given by Krishna only. सर्वस्वजाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो इष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् आपोहनं च वेदस्य सर्वम् अहमेव वेदान्तकृत् वेदवेदाहि च. So everything, the remembrance, what is the remembrance when you are going to fight with somebody? At the previous time, I am before for 5 years or 6 years also, at that time you have said this. So I can remember now. So that remembrance is given by Krishna. And sometimes we'll be having lot of painful appearances. And just when we lose somebody who are very near and dear to us, like our parents or our beloved persons, friends or the mentors or somebody. So if we are going to lose them, we'll be having some sort of. But on the day when they are when they are expired, we'll be having lot of feeling of connection and other things. But after few days, as the time forwards, we'll be forgetting everything. That is also given by Krishna. Remembering, forgetting, everything is given and the knowledge is also given by Krishna. What how we are going to stay, how we can read the scriptures, how we can go through Guru. And again, everything is given by Krishna. Even our life is maintained by Krishna. Everything, even our remembrance, even our intelligence, even this body, subtle body, whichever the body does, the soul is also part and parcel of Krishna. So everything is done by Krishna. So now we are going to know that as per Vedas, the Dantakrit, after knowing all the different scriptures also, the person who is to be known is Vedanta. Vedanta is none other than Krishna. So after reading many scriptures also, you are going to learn about Krishna. Just I'll share you the PPT so that it will be better for understanding. So, yeah, everybody can see, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So see, here we know that all the digestive fire, Krishna is the maintainer of all the worlds. Okay, I'll give you from the recap, no? We need to come from 15th, 10th sloka, I think so. Yeah. So here we have known that what is our what is the cure of our intelligence when we don't know because we are put into this material world, so we are having some ignorance. So that ignorance we have not reached our actual goal. After knowing what after knowing Krishna has given us. Krishna is the maintainer of the world, that is the sun, moon, fire, everything. But in the spiritual world, everything is enlightened by the effluence of Krishna. So everything, whatever the benefits we are getting in this world, everything is given by Krishna. So he is the maintainer. And also we have seen different planetary systems. He's not only maintaining that by giving sun and moon. Sun is going to give us the crops and other thing. So the sun is going to evaporate the water in the sea. So it forms the rain so that you're going to produce food grains. But the juices, again, the moon god is going to give the moon rays. By that, you are going to get all the six types of juices in that. It is not only that Krishna is not only maintaining this earth, but he is also maintaining different planetary systems. So everything, vegetables are nourished, aged, they are given. Lord holds the earth. Lord is not only the holding the earth; he is holding all the different planetary systems, so that they are staying in their in their position. Actually, if there is crisscrossing, also nothing is going to evolve in it. So in that way, if you have seen that, and even the digestion, because we are eating, we are what are the four different kinds of foodstuffs we are eating, that is which are chewed. Bhaksha, Boja, Aja, Leha, and Chushita. Means the ones we can directly suck it, just like juices. One we can lick them by licking them like like ice cream, chewing them, rice and other things. Directly, if you are going to swallow them, because if you keep a piece of kalakan in your mouth, directly you can swallow it. So these are the four different foods we are going to eat, and the digestive fire is also Krishna himself. And also we have known that aham service. See. Sarvasvachaham Uddhisanivisto means Krishna is there in each and every particle of the atom, and he is in each and every living entities as a Paramatma feature or Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. And Matta Smritar Gyan Mahapohanam Cha, from where we are getting the remembrance knowledge. See, if we sleep, today we are sleeping at night time. So tomorrow morning I can't remember who is my husband, or who am I. So the remember is given by Krishna. And the knowledge, what after getting up, what I have to what are my chores. Also you have to do. Everything is given by Krishna only. What I have forgotten is also given by Krishna. And Vedas is Sarva Mahameda Vedo. All the different Vedas, because Krishna is a person at the time of Garbhodaksai, Garbhodaksai Vishnu, from the navel of Vishnu, there was a lotus sprung, and from that Brahma has came up. So you know but in our material life, if there is a union of man in a woman only, we are going to give a birth to the child or anything. But here, everything is done by Lord. Everything, whatever the things you want, he is maintaining, he is doing everything. And also, so in Vedas also, if you refer to different Vedas also, we may be not getting all the Vedas, because now as the time passes, they are also existing. Means they are also some may be lost, some may be in different situation. So whatever the Vedas, because to study a subject like Sanskrit or anything, to master it, it will take a time period. But we are such a ignorant people. We are such a moodas. We don't have that qualification. But here, by reading this Bhagavad Gita, we know that Krishna is the supreme personality. And here, by reading, if a person is going to read different Vedas, and he's going to be perfect in that also, After reading all the Vedas, who he has to know? He has to know the Vedantakrit. Who is the Vedantakrit? Because in Kali Yuga, we are all the Mudas, so we can't have such a knowledge. It's that when we hear once from the Guru and when we are going to memorize it, we can't even remember that. So, so the Vedanta Krit Veda is given by the literary incarnation of Veda Vyas. So he has given the Vedas in the literary form. So this is the actually because everything is coming from Krishna, so we have to appreciate the position of Krishna. So that we know that everything, after reading everything, also the knower of the Vedas is Krishna himself. So if you take the different features of Krishna, if you take different a difference, because in three different ways, as also Vedas will also prove in its perfection by understanding who is the Lord, what is the relationship, and what is the understanding we are having. So everything, because how to understand anything? When Krishna gives us the intelligence, we can understand when what is the process of Vedas? There are different process of approaching Krishna. It may be due to by studying Vedas, or it may be due to. And once there was example when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing his South India yatra, and he was sitting in a Ranganatha temple. So he heard one of the Brahmana. He was reading in Shuddha Ashuddha Gita Pade, means he was reading Bhagavad Gita, but he don't know actually how. He was illiterate, so he don't know how to read correctly. So many of the other brahmanas, they were teasing him, and were just like were insulting also with insulting words. But he was that brahmana was very much attached. He was reading that Bhagavad Gita with Shuddha and Ashuddha, means not completely purity in the work of was speaking of slokas, but he was eating Shuddha Shuddha. But afterwards also he was catching the book and he was crying. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to this Brahmana and he asked him, why are you crying? What's happening? So he said that it is the order of my gurus that I have to read this Bhagavad Gita, and I don't know, I am illiterate, so I'm reading this. Then why are you crying? So at that time the Brahmana said, see, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, but he takes it's a minor position, like he is a charioteer. See in this picture, when we see the picture of Bhagavad Gita, at the top picture, you will find that chariot is ridden by the I Krishna, and Arjuna is standing inside the chariot. So at that time, the this Brahmana was saying, see, at that time, at the time of war, to take the turns and other things Arjuna will be hitting with his legs. So by feeling feeling, by taking that when the person is going to beat on that chariot to take left or right to take the indication. At the war time, the other person who is inside the chariot, he can't say speak, because at the time of war they used to do ashra and shastra. So by speaking some of the mantras, they used to retail their astras. So at that time they can't say. So at that time also Krishna is following. And also Krishna used to feed that horses, he used to clean the horses, everything. So all the minimal items are done by the Lord himself, because he is very he feels happiness because the devotees are in the heart of Krishna. Krishna is in their heart. So Arjuna is a pure Vaishnava, so Krishna was a charioteer at that time. So by seeing, by when the Brahmana was realizing using see how the minimal things Krishna is doing as a charioteer, I am very inspired. Such a Lord. He is the Lord of all the three worlds, all the 14 planetary system, but he is doing this minimal services, just like feeding horses, everything. By seeing this scene, I feel tears in my eyes. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hugged that Brahmana and he said that you got you got all the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and he showered all his mercy. And the Brahmana was very highlighted with the Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of all the Vedas in Bhagavad Gita at that time. So this was an instance because, of course, God never sees. that we are very highly educated. We are in a high society of Brahmanas, it may be Shudras, whichever may be. See, God has also taken in different species. Like when the Bhumi was sunk, when the earth was sunk in the causal ocean, he took the avatar of the pig, and he went there and he had brought the earth back to its position. So in the same way, God never takes any type of way, whoever may be, if he sees only the intention. So God is always called as Bhavagrahi Janardhan also. So he is the only source. He is only the only person whom we can rely. He is the only real friend of us, so that he can remove. Because we are the conditioned souls, we are in just like a black hole of a well. When we are thrown in the well, well, we need a helping hand to come out of that well. Just as the well is dark, we need a light. The light source is Krishna. Without the mercy of Krishna, we can't come out. Without the mercy of Krishna and his pure devotees, we cannot come out of this material nescience. So in this way, Krishna has said that he is the only source, he is the knower, and he has to be known. Now coming to the next. Yeah, before that, we'll take we'll read the translations of 15.6 to 15.21. Any one of you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yes, Mother. 15, 15.15. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. 15.16. There are two classes of the beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. Text 17. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. Text 18. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that Supreme Person. Text 19. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of the everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. Text 20. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. Hare Krishna.
Very good, Prabhu. You can see the slide now. So in the 16th sloka, we are saying that there are two kinds of living entities, that is fallible and infallible. Fallible means will be because we are in this material world, we will be fallible because after death also we'll be having reincarnation and other things, and we are not the liberated souls. And the infallible are the liberated persons, means that are in the who are living in the spiritual world. And in the 15.17, we know that Krishna is the supreme in person and he is the greatest. And he is the person, he has entered all the three worlds and maintained them. Because there are 8.4 million species. So different species in whichever the living entity, there is the soul and Paramatma. So as the Paramatma feature, Krishna has entered all the three material worlds. And we also know that Krishna is the supreme soul. So in whichever the thing you see, he is the both in the world and in the Vedas also. And he is also written in the Vedas as the supreme person. So here we can see the here in this these are the fallible people. Because why? These people come to little stage, and again there will be they will be transformating of 6 stages of the human life. Afterwards again they will be falling off again, they will be. And some of the yogis are the liberated person. These are some of the yogis, and these are some of the bhaktas. Bhaktas also, some of the bhaktas may be liberated. The liberated persons are in, in Goloka Vrindavan with Krishna. They are enjoying their pastimes. Is it clear? This will be more clear. See, as we are as this material world is just like a jail, we are putting it in the jail. So everybody AD is in the jail. So there are rules in the jail, how to follow the rules, everything. But here, if you see, these are the liberated persons. They are infallible because they are in the spiritual world. They will be every time. Because here, the fallible persons, they are under the material. They are under the contact of this modes of material world. The modes of nature. Modes of nature are mode of passion, goodness, endness, ignorance. Because these are the three forces that are controlling the living entities. So with how they are controlling with their mind and senses, they are controlling. And our body is also doing the 6 transformations. So, and every transformation there is a change in this. So here there are nearly 14 planetary systems. In this 14 planetary systems also, we may be having the Brahma was the first person to create this person. But Brahma is also a fallible person. Ah Brahma Bhuvana Loka. So at that time, when you are, if a person is very sincere and he is very pious, he can go to this Brahma Loka, or he can go to the post of Brahma or the different demigods. But there also, after his Brahma Amma says, now 100 years of his age. So after 100 years of his age, he has to fall down. If he is very pious, he will go with all his representatives to the spiritual Vaikunthas and other things. Or if times different souls are there, so different positions. If the soul he is very enjoying mentality and his pious is more, he may go to only the heavenly planets. If if he had started the devotional service, and if he is doing little bit devotional service, not to the 100% of his abilities, he may again be born as a human being in this material world to complete that devotional service and to free the gates of the jail and to go to the spiritual world. But here we are not just one. But here in the coming to infallible, to coming to the spiritual, everybody, because everybody who are living in, they are liberated souls. So they are not under the modes of nature and everything. So there won't be any type of different differences. So everybody they will be in unity because they wanted to serve the Lord to their best of their abilities. So every time they are not attached to this material nature, so there is no types of contamination. But there will be every time in the mode of service attitude, because they wanted to give satisfaction to Krishna. In that way, they are also getting the satisfaction because they are liberated souls. They don't have any type of desires that are relating to materially, but there will be having the desires that are related to spiritually, because every time they don't have this spiritually, their body will be Sachitananda, so they won't have any different transformations of this body. So they will be in that age, and it'll be the span of the age will be more, because every time they'll be in the association of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is Sanatana, so his devotees will be also in from Sanatana. So every time there won't be it be anything, because all the liberated souls, most of them are will be surrendered souls only. So this is the difference between the fallible and infallible. Fallible, they will be in the material world, they'll be having all six different transformation. But infallible, they are liberated persons, they'll be living in the spiritual world. This is the main difference. So at the time of creation or anything, these liberated souls, they may be coming to this material world, a world as the gurus or the representatives of Krishna, and they may be highlighting different human race, and they may be going back to the spiritual world also. So here we have to mainly see that all the living entities are always liberated in oneness. The oneness with Krishna for those are infallible souls in the spiritual world. It is called Kutastha, means the word. The word in the 16th sloka, Kutastha is the word, means the oneness of desire. If you see oneness, oneness how if a family is having being mm, Kutastha is the oneness. Actually, if a family is very harmonious, see, if they wanted, if a family is very harmonious, yes, in such that they wanted to please Lord Krishna or a devotee family. So every time what they'll be pleasing Krishna, they wanted to do it. They wanted to offer some festivals to Krishna, and every time they wanted to have a sankirtana in their house, and every time they wanted to make Krishna happy. So this is one type of oneness. And if it is not the oneness, if the father says no, no, we wanted to go to no today. If suppose today is a holiday, so the father wants to spend the day with his kids and his wife. So what they will be doing? They'll be planning to go to movie or other thing. So at that time, the kids will say, no, no, I'm having exam, so I don't want to come. So what will happen? There will be diversity. So there is no oneness there, just for the relative of kutasto. Kutasto means oneness. Yes, or you can also see that there are different states in India. So for all the different states, Prime Minister is Modi only. So he's only one. So it is one net, Ekamsa. And also we can see that it by the Ekamsa Srito Jagat. Krishna has created this material world with only with Ekamsha. So these are if Krishna at the time of Rasa dance, Rasa Keli also, at that time Krishna is one person, but as per the gopis, because the gopis are many, Krishna will be dividing him into different gopis, so that and he'll be dancing with each and every gopi. But Krishna is only one. He is the supreme person. So this Kutastha means the oneness. We have to know this. In 17th sloka, he's saying that we are having two different living, two kinds, no? The two kinds are fallible and infallible. Above that also one more is there. What is that? One more meaning of this Kshara and Akshara is Kshara means fallible, and Akshara is infallible. That is the spiritual in Sanskrit. So Kshara means all the living entities. Akshara means one of the different acharyas also has given us as Lakshmi Devi, because Lakshmi Devi is just like a mother. He will be engaging all the different souls in the service of Narayana. So the Purushottama. So here the Supreme Soul is the master of both the living entities, Kshara and Akshara. So the Supreme Soul is master of both the living entities. He is the greatest living personality. He enters the different worlds and is maintaining differently. So here you can see that different worlds. Atala, Rasatala, Allah, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasa, Satala, Allah, Patala. And also here we'll get Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, and different lokas are there. No, Mahatala, Rasatala, Allah, Tala, Allah, Allah, Sacha. Sachaloka. So these are there. So all these three worlds, he is the master. He is the master of both the Akshara and Akshara. So how, after knowing who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because Supreme Personality of Godhead is living as a partial incarnation as Paramatma feature in each and everybody in all the universe. So here it is also explaining that all the above all living entities, both conditional liberated soul, is one supreme living person who maintains them and gives all the facilities for enjoyment. Krishna is only maintaining, he is the supreme authority, he is the supreme proprietor. So he is giving everything to us. Because this is the jail, why everything is controlled by Maha. So, and after knowing this transcendental knowledge beyond fallible and infallible, and knowing that Krishna is the super soul of everything. See, we know that we are fallible and infallible. What are the differences? And Krishna is the supreme, and he is the person. Sir, he is the supreme soul, and he is always. So at that time, when there is, because in every living entity, Krishna is as a Paramatma, the super soul feature. So here, when we compare the living entity and the Lord, we can see that Lord is an individual and we are also individual. But what is the difference? What is the difference is living entity at any stage, because we are conditioned souls. At any stage, we will be every time we will be in that inconceivable. If we are not, if we are not under the Krishna's direction, we'll be always under the directions of Maya. That is the external energy. G. And also these two statements, because living entities, see, if some people as Mayavadi principles, no, they refute that Supreme Lord and living entities are equal in all respects. They may, because as the fire and the fire spark they are having equal qualities, but quantitatively they are very different. But this Mayavadis are the people who don't follow different types of scriptures. What they will say Aham Brahmeti, means after uh, after I am death, what I am also the God and he is also the God. So Aham Brahmasmi means I am only the living God, but we are not the God. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and what our paramparas acharyas are saying, that we are the every time we are in the mode of servitude to Krishna only. Never we are equal to Krishna, or never we are more than, or never we are less than Krishna. Nobody is equal to Krishna. So every time we are less than Krishna only. So these 2 points are refuted in Maya philosophy. And here in this loka, Uttama is given. Uttama means no one can be superior position, because nobody is equal, because he is the supreme Lord. So in different Vedantas and different Upanishads also. So Supreme Lord is a localized feature known as Paramatma. As we can take the example of a train. If the train first, when the train is coming to the station, we can only see the light, the effluence of the light. The effluence is nothing but the Brahman feature, age. After coming to a little distance, you can see the body of that. That is the Paramatma feature. After coming to the station, and when the train is stopped, you can go inside and you can see outside. That is the Bhagwan feature. Every time Bhaktas wanted to see him as a Bhagwan feature. So the person, here we have seen the three types. That is, one is Kutasto, Uttama, Vittama, and the Paramatma features. Means different features. See, if the Gyanis are there, they may be going up till only the realization of Brahman realization. If the yogis are there, they may be going up till only Paramatma feature realization. But if the Bhakta is there, Bhakta can realize both the Brahman feature, Paramatma feature, but he is not interested in that too. But he is only interested in Bhagwan feature, to know about him completely. Krishna only says that I can't completely reveal anything. How much he is going to reveal, that depends upon the reciprocation of the devotee. So, whoever knows these three slokas, that is, Krishna is himself the supreme soul, and then Krishna is the Purushottama. There are two Purushas, that is Kshara and Akshara, and Purushottama is beyond the Kshara and Akshara. So, who knows all these three? What are the results? We'll be seeing in this next sloka. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting, the knower of everything, he therefore engages himself in full devotional service. Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Here, how we can know? Because we know that he is the knower of everything. And who is he? He is the supreme personality. So without anything, when we know that he is the supreme person, he is going to maintain us, he is going to do us. But by turning towards, because we are in a stage that two birds are there on the branch of a tree. One bird will be every time eating, another bird will be. So we have turned against Krishna. So when we turned again towards Krishna, we'll be engaging in full devotional service to him. So by doing devotional service to Krishna, we are going to get through. So this is the most confidential, the knowledge which is revealed, because this is only revealed to bhaktas and who are unqualified because their minds doesn't speak about. And this is the most confidential path of the Vedic mythic scriptures that is disclosed to Arjuna. Why it is disclosed to Arjuna? Because he is bhakta and sakha, and he is also the disciple of Lord Krishna. At one time, no, what happened? No, one of the wives of Krishna, they were very anxious because all the Pandavas are the devotees of Krishna. So he was asking, one of the wife of Krishna was asking, all the Pandavas are devotees of Krishna, then why did you only personally give Arjuna only the Bhagavad Gita? Why did you say him only the knowledge? And why did you start from that knowledge? Because this knowledge was coming from evam parampara praptam. This knowledge was coming from parampara, and due to some disturbances by the different kings and other things, this knowledge was lost. So again, this knowledge started to coming from directly from Krishna to Arjuna, and from Arjuna we are going to get this knowledge. So at that time, all the Pandavas are the devotees of Lord Krishna only. Why you wanted to give specifically to Arjuna? At that time, Krishna answers to his beloved wife. He says that once I took all the five of them to a tree, to a banyan tree, and at one of the highest best branch of that tree, there was a crow. There was a crow sitting on it. So I asked the Yudhishthira, because the five Pandavas, Yudhishthira was the first person. So when I told Yudhishthira, see, there is a white crow. Normally the crow is because of the Leela of Krishna. The crow was only black in color. Crow is naturally black in color, but Krishna says that Yudhishthira, see, there is a white crow. And at that time, Yudhishthira saw the crow and he said that the crow is black in color. Why are you saying white in color? Allah, no, no, it is not uh, white in color. Crows will be always black in color. No, why are you just teasing me? And he left from that position. And again, he called Bhima, and the Bhima told that, see, there is nice white crow there. Then are you watching? I am watching. So at that time, Bhima told, why are you disturbing me? I'm eating my food nicely. You brought me and you're showing this crow. And the crow, can the crow be in this color? The crow will be always black, so it is always black. So he left. The same went on for Nakula and Sahadeva. When he called Arjuna, and he told Arjuna, see, there is a crow at the top branch of this banyan tree. He said, yes, the crow is in white color. At that time, Arjuna said, yes, it is in white color. Because seeing the crow through the eyes of Lord Krishna. Through the eyes of Lord Krishna sees the crow in white color. So Arjuna is also seeing the same thing. Because a disciple is a person, and how no, with having lot of faith and having a strong faith and devotion towards his guru, he follows the guru such with firm devotion. He never goes against him. Whatever he says, he's correct. In whichever the situation, he's correct. So I have to blindly follow the guru. Before taking guru, you can check, test the guru. But after taking guru, you have to blindly follow the guru words, so that these words, they will be reforming in our lives, and we'll be going better in our work. So you can also see, because as you people are in this association weekly for nearly 3 to 4 months, 6 to 8 months. So in the 6 to 8 months, there'll be little bit of change of thinking, or the change of qualities. You may be thinking every time in positive only. You won't be thinking it in negative. Some deformations will be happening in you, because it is given by the Lord Himself. So Lord is here saying that who knows this? The confidential part of this, he will become wise, and he endeavors to know it, to know with perfection. What is the perfection? The knowledge explained is Vedanta Sara. So everything that is coming from the essence of all the Vedas. What is the essence of all the Vedas? To understand Lord Krishna. To understand, if he is going to read different Vedas also, to understand that Lord Krishna is the maintainer of everything. Lord Krishna is only giving all the different features. He is only giving us the food, with everything for our maintenance. And he is only giving us the intellect to discriminate eight other things. And he is only giving us the power to keep our mind in control. And so understanding is coming from Krishna only. Everything is coming from Krishna. Whatever we are understanding, whatever we are endeavoring to do, that is also coming from Krishna. So the result of understanding is we are going towards perfection. What is the perfection? When you know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, you will be engaged in the service of Krishna. So you'll be becoming, because after knowing the knowledge perfectly, you become perfect in that knowledge. Practice makes man perfect. The same way, after reading this Bhagavad Gita and after listening many of it, we will be also endeavoring. It is the result of understanding that we are going to be perfect. Qualification, because how we are going to get, because we are sinless. We need to understand the Purushottama Yoga, because we are sinless. What is the understanding we need to know? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. After this, what is the result? One will become intelligent and perfect in transcendental. Perfect in transcendental means he'll be freed from all the different types of contaminations. What are the different contaminations? Because we are having weak in heart. We are having this lamentation, because we need something, we want that. So this lamentation will be there. This lamentation will be decreasing, because as we are not here, as we are, everybody, it is not a pure soul. As I'm not a pure soul, if it is a pure soul, the actual consciousness will be there in your heart. But I'm just stay sparrow speaking what the acharyas has given. So they will be a little bit of freed from our contaminations, and our devotional service will be little bit. We also know that the analogy of sun, because sun, he will be illuminating eating when the room is full of darkness. When you are going to light a lamp, it will naturally fade up the darkness. The same way here the sun is there. So all the devotional. So if we are going to, after getting the mercy of Krishna, you are going to get the proper spiritual guru. After getting spiritual guru by inquiring Sammasuli, everything with the spiritual guru. At that time, all our ignorance means avidya potency, because we are getting knowledge here of Bhagavad Gita. Before that, we were not having the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so we were in avidya. And we have to get the knowledge, that is jnana and vijnana. Only getting jnana, it's not possible. If you know how to do everything, but if you are not doing practically, it is the waste of it. So our knowledge must be the knowledge, theoretical and practical knowledge, only it will combine to get the knowledge of it. So how we'll be getting that? By proper spiritual master. When we when we are little bit coming towards Krishna, at that time we'll be. So after knowing this result, we are going to apply it. What we are going to apply? Because we know that Krishna consciousness is perfect. So by using our perfect intelligence, we are applying this. Someone who knows this summary is also knowing too, because we Krishna has given us the indulgence to understand everything. Think in this Purushottama Yoga. Hare Krishna. I'll end my lecture here. Any